Yeah, wash my face in the water. Last night just about cost me every dollar. Case of the Mondays, yeah, they got me, yeah. Button on my shirt, still feeling like dirt. Take a quick hit just to get through work. Telling myself everything's gonna be alright. Just trying to get by, always on the fly, my friend. Never satisfied till I can see the end. Just waiting for the weekend. Feeling like
Back on the Sports Complex, hour 2 here on the Horn. Coming up in this hour, we'll talk more about the Kobe Black commitment to Texas today. Number 4 DB in the country coming to Texas. We'll talk some more college football, get back into our poll of the day and a whole lot more. But joining me right now, as you can hear him on the hour 2 intro music for today, that is Jelly Ellington. He is part of Jelly's 11th annual Christmas. He's a big part of Jelly's 11th annual Christmas Jam. It's happening this Thursday at 3:10 at ACL Live. It's all benefiting the Austin Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund, and Jelly is joining us in studio right now. Come talk about it a little bit. It's a cool thing that happens. This is the 11th year of it. Jelly, how you doing, brother? Oh, it helps if I turn your mic on. Let's try it again.
I'm doing great, Pat. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's very cool to you to come in. This is all happening tomorrow night, so it's going to be a fun show tomorrow night. But let's, kind of let the people in on what's happening, because it's the 11th annual, but I know a lot of people haven't heard about it. It's a great charity event that you throw every year. Kind of tell people how this started and what they're going to see tomorrow night.
Yeah, totally. So, the Christmas Jam, in its essence, it benefits a Central Texas nonprofit. So we've done the Central Texas Food Bank, Sims Foundation, and we're really excited this year to have the Austin Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund. We also benefited them last year, and they provide relief to Central Texas first responders and their families, financial assistance, and so forth. So really, really excited. It's my favorite event of the whole year. We play throughout the whole year, and this is the show that I look forward to the most. So really, really fun evening. We have the Past Lives, which is a great young upcoming band here in Austin that are going to open up the night. Then we're going to kick out on the dance floor to Tomar and the FCs right after that. The great soul band I'm really excited to have on the jam. And then then we'll just kind of go into the jam portion of the evening, which we just get a really eclectic mix of Austin musicians, and we kind of pick songs and just kind of take it from there and just have a really, really fun time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's really fun about it is, this is something where you get to the end of the year and everybody plays all year, and you get to see all these great bands in Austin. We do 512 Friday here on the show, and you can hear all the great music. But when these guys come together and they'll play some songs, they may play some originals, but they'll play a lot of stuff where you're going to see some of the best bands in Austin and take a couple pieces and put together those kind of super groups come up and do a jam for an hour, 2 hours at the end of the night. It's a really cool thing that you just don't get to see very often of where, Austin music scene is such an, so diverse and so great. But there's just a giant list of artists that are going to be on this. And how do you kind of go through and put together and get all these people and get them all into one room on one day? And I know you've been rehearsing the last couple of nights. I know you got a rehearsal to go to tonight. How do you get everybody and put it all together?
It takes a lot of thought that I put into it kind of throughout the year, honestly. And what I like to do with the Christmas Jam is, from relationships that I've built with some artists and bands throughout the year from shows and special events like that, I'll usually invite to the jam for that year. And the coolest part about it was, for instance, last night at rehearsal, we had a group of 4 people who had never really played together before, but they sounded like a band. And that's what I love about Austin musicians. They all speak that language, and that's just the really special part about it. And I think that, there's connections that are made from the jam and with different musicians to kind of start projects of their own even after. So really, really cool things like that happen.
Yeah, I mean, let's go into this is the 11th annual. You've been doing this, which, you're a transplant. You come from North Carolina, so you're a basketball guy, clearly, because everybody from North Carolina is a basketball guy.
Go Heels.
You come here, and you kind of start this up. How did this start? And it's morphed into where you're at 3:10 at ACL Live. How did this start and get to this point?
Yeah, we had humble beginnings. Greg Ware over at the 121 bar over in at their original location, 5th and Brazos downtown, let my band do it for the first year. We just kind of had to throw something together, and then we continued it on. It just started to build from there when the 121 moved to a new location. And then we kind of just outgrew that, and we reached out to 310, and they've hosted us the past 3 years. And every year it seems to get more special, and just the kind of the buzz grows around the city. And, you know, what it really comes down to is just raising money for these nonprofits. And every year it's kind of grown exponentially from there. So we've decided just to really keep it going gung ho every year.
Yeah, I know you choose this, the Austin Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund, because it is something close to you, because you dealt with a fire. Your house burned down, a few years ago or a year ago or whatever. I mean, but enough that it was a problem. You were out of town and the house burned down, and the firefighters were able to get there, do their job enough that was able to save some of your stuff. Your guitars were able to be saved, and you just got to meet some of them and kind of learn the story. Is that the reason, or kind of where it started, the relationship with these guys?
Yeah, so I was speaking with Tom Vokey. He's a representative over at the Austin Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund, and he was explaining to me just stories of even firefighters from 9/11 that have just now, have started to, get cancer, God forbid, and stuff like that, just from, being exposed to what they were even in 9/11 in 2001. So the fact that we can raise money for, these people that really just seriously put their lives at risk every day, just to save, whether it's humans, material objects, I'm just forever indebted to them. So, I just want to raise as much money as I can for them, because, the house did go down, but they actually got there within 4 or 5 minutes and were able to save the studio portion of our house. And all of my guitars were actually saved, which was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely a great story. And you don't realize, and I got to talk to some of these guys. You did this for them last year as well. And I got to talk to some of them, and you don't realize, you realize that they're putting their lives on the line in the moment, but you don't realize the long-term effects that it has on some of these people and their families. And, so an organization like the Austin Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund, it's really necessary, because, as Austin continues to grow, you're just, it means more and more people, and maybe not as many people willing to take the risk and the chance. And, the ones that are willing to do it, you want to be able to take care of them and show them that they're not forgotten, even when they're done, or, when something goes wrong. So it's a really cool thing to be able to do that. You're also going to be doing some raffles, so if people want to come out and support more, so you can get your tickets at acllive.com. If you go there, it'll lead you to the 310 page, and you can go there. Do you have a website they can link to, Jelly Ellington?
Yeah, jellyellington.com. You just go to the tour section, and there'll just be the date right there with the tickets. You can get to there pretty quick. So
you can get your tickets at all those places and join us tomorrow. The doors are at 6. First band will be at 7. I'm hosting the event, or emceeing, or whatever it is. Jelly's, I guess, technically the host, since he has to play and put it all together into everything that his name's on it. I'll be emceeing, which I've been, lucky enough to be able to do. But we hope everybody comes out and joins us. But there's also a raffle that's happening, and some great people have put in some prizes to allow, so if you want to come out and hang out for a little bit and put your name in the raffle, you can win some prizes too. Tell them about the raffle, Jelly.
Yeah, so we've had some great sponsors this year. Kendra Scott's offering some jewelry items for all the ladies out there. And then we also have Sweetwater, who's donated a ukulele. And then we've also have Tito's. They're offering a gift basket of special surprises. And then also one of the performers, AJ Vallejo, has a really, really delicious hot sauce bundle that he's going to be raffling off as well.
So lots of cool stuff. You can get a raffle ticket and win some stuff. You're going to see some great live music. I want to go through and read off some of these names performing. So so if you might catch it, like Eric Tesmer is on this, who's been one of Austin's premier guitar players. Cece, who just was at ACL Festival. She was at the festival playing there. Josh Ross and Mark Sean from Blackheart Saints, who just put out another track on Cleopatra Records. They're touring around, playing across the country. AJ Vallejo and Omar Vallejo from the Vallejos, and from Brody Lane and everything that they're doing. Kelly Green and Jace Cadle from Madam Radar, who are doing a bunch of really good stuff. Jake Andrews, another great guitar player. We played Candy for you earlier on the show. Robert Wagner, if you've ever seen Suede play live, Robert Wagner is there. Naga Volley, who's an amazing talent, is going to be playing there. Curtis Lee, I played his show. I'm going to play him a little bit later, either today or tomorrow. His new single coming out. He's amazing. You get some horn players like Kevin Flatt is going to be out there. Eric Garcia is one of the best guitarists. Hayden Patera we just played for you. And that's just the kind of people in the front. And then there's this plethora of really good players that you may not realize playing 20 different bands in town and have played on all these records that you've heard that are all going to be there. It's just a crazy lineup. And that doesn't include the Past Lives, which are an up-and-coming band here in town that you want to go see, that are going to be playing at 7 o'clock. And they're coming up right now. You're going to get to see them at the beginning. And then Tomar and the FCs, which is just one of the best fun party bands. If you want to come out, they're worth the price of admission alone. Past Lives are coming up. Jelly Ellington's worth the price of admission, and then you get a jam at the end of the night. We're all going to have a few drinks and have a really good time. It's just an epic thing. Like, now that you've done this how many years, is it kind of getting to be old hat for you? You're getting more used to doing it every single year?
Definitely. You learn something new every year, just getting the time frames down. I try to fit in as much music possibly we can into the 5 hours. So it's a good 5 hours of music. And I'm just so grateful for all the musicians who make this happen, because without them, it wouldn't be, nearly what it is. And it's just a chance for me to get my friends together, and we get to jam out. So come jam with us.
No, and I'm proud of you, because I've been with you since the beginning of doing these, and your career's grown, and this jam continues to get bigger and bigger every year, and raising more money for these charities, and supporting local music, supporting local charities. It's something I've tried to work on. It's so awesome to see you do it. I do want to ask you though, because we are doing the poll the way. It was a sports complex, so we're going to do it. And we're asking you, because I know you're a big basketball fan. We were at the Texas game on Saturday. Me and you went to see Texas versus Houston Christian. But I want to ask you the poll question of the day. If you could permanently suspend one player from any sport, one player, suspend them permanently. They're gone. Because Draymond Green, we know, is on that list. He's on the short list for people now after he got suspended or ejected again last night. Who is on you? Who's your player? I'm assuming it's someone from Duke, because you're a North Carolina guy, but
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen. We've had him. Grayson Allen's an easy one. Like, you kind of want to retroactively suspend Christian, suspend just every Duke player. You just want to suspend them all.
Pretty much. They should just be on their own, little team in the NBA,
I know. Reality is it's Coach K.
Mike Krzyzewski.
By the way, if you don't know of a real basketball fan there, he will refuse to call Coach K Coach K. It's Mike Krzyzewski for him only. I appreciate you coming in, Jelly, and talking about this a little bit more. If anybody wants more information, where can they find about Jelly Ellington? Where can they find about the jam? You
can just visit jellyellington.com, and then on Instagram and Facebook, it's at Jelly Ellington, JELLYELLINGTON.
Yeah, and I hope to see some of you guys out there. If you want to, I'll be out there hosting, so you can just come up and say, hey, if you're listening to the show, we would love to see you out there. Get some tickets, support a really good cause. It's going to be a fun show tomorrow night. I cannot wait for it. It's not crazy late. It's a Thursday night. The whole show is going to wrap around midnight. So it's not something where you're going to have to call out of work the next day. I'm planning to be here. We'll see if I still have a voice. I do tend to get a little bit loud by the end of the night, and so we'll see how much of a voice I have, or if I'm just going to leave Jacob here to do the whole show by himself. We'll see what we come to, but I'm really looking forward to it. I appreciate you joining us, Jelly, and why don't we leave the people with a little bit more Jelly Ellington to get you some more vibes. The jam is going to be happening. If you didn't know, Jelly Ellington is one of the best guitar players in town, classically trained and can do everything. So, but if you, check out his music. Here's some Jelly Ellington to take us out. I appreciate you coming out, brother. We'll see you tomorrow night, 3:10 at ACL Live for Jelly's 11th annual Christmas Jam. We'll play this one. How about this? There we go.